All right, good afternoon, everybody. It's Nafsi Yoga and Legs 4, which means this is the fourth of the leg series. Not necessarily the fourth video where we've concentrated on legs. It's just what I'm calling it. So no special equipment for this one. We will be doing some balancing postures. So if you like to be near a piece of furniture, a wall, or someone special you're practicing with to hold on to, let's get started in Tadasana, mountain pose. So this is standing nice and tall. Feet can be together or slightly apart. If the feet are apart, no wider than your hips, please. Go ahead and lift all 10 toes. And I mean really lift the toes up. We're trying to work the inner arches here. So lift the toes, try to spread them out. Extend the toes out and onto the mat as if you're gripping the mat. The legs are firm, stomach is in, chest is soft, shoulders, bring them up, take them back, and drop them down. Good. Decent posture is really important. Maybe not the best, but we'll go for decent, unlike when you're shopping and we're just leaning forward and hanging on to the cart. Yeah, let's not get there. Keep the shoulders back and down. Stand tall, but not forcing the heart up when we're in Tadasana. The chest is somewhat relaxed. All right, let's get into the breath. In and out through the nose. When you breathe in, expand the chest. Feel the chest expand and fill. When you exhale, I want you to push the air out with your diaphragm. Normally we don't bother, it's just automatic. But now with our Ujjayi pranayama breath, think about bringing in, exhaling a little more air out. Nice. All right, an easy forward fold. Hands can come down the legs. Bend the knees as much as you need to as you slide your hands towards the mat. Top of the feet or the shins. Don't worry if you can't touch the mat. You're going to feel the stretch along the lower back. And if it's really tight on your hamstrings, bend the knees a little more, please. Also, if you cannot touch even your shins comfortably, just cross your arms and rest them on your knees. And keep the head relaxed, please. Nice, easy forward fold. No tension in the neck. Keep your eyes open. Keep the breath, the Ujjayi pranayama breath deep. Maybe with the exhale, you come down just a little lower. Nice. And from here, take your hands to the top of the knees. Come up halfway. Give me a flat back. Maybe extend the chest forward. The torso comes forward. The stomach pulls in. Shoulders pull away, and maybe the legs lengthen. Take some of the bend out of the knees. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down the legs again. And roll up slowly. So bend the knees. The hands can come on top of the knees if necessary to help roll up all the way. Your head is the very last item to come up. And give me a small back bend. Hands on hips. Pelvis forward. That's it. Good. And bring it up to neutral. Toe balance. Let's just come onto our toes from where you're at. That's it. Just lift up. Now, if you need a wall, piece of furniture, go ahead. Other than that, try to stay on your toes nice and tall. We're working into the calves if you haven't already felt that. And yeah, if you take a step forward or back, that's fine. Find some steadiness here. Core is in. Nice. Those of you that wear high heels, yeah, you got this down pat. This feels natural, I know. One more breath. Exhale, release the heels back to the mat. Step it out a few times, please. Nice. We're going to try that one more time. All right, come on to your toes. You can try something interesting by keeping your feet just far enough apart that you can bring the heels together. press the heels together. That might help give you some stability. And again, it may just make things worse. No matter what, find your stable posture right here, even if you have to step a couple of times. I'm on a slightly cushioned mat, so I'm working a little harder here than if you're on a hard surface. That's it. One more breath in. Exhale and breathe down. Ooh, step it out, please. Nice. All right, a forward crescent lunge. So from Tadasana, near the front of the mat, let's take the right foot and step it back. Now, it's a crescent lunge, so we're going to be on our toes. A little more balance early on here. So you're on your toes of your back foot, and we're going to bend the left leg, the front leg, just a little bit, hands on hips. Good. And from here, we're going to press the left toes, the big left toes into the mat. Press down. That's it. We're energizing the whole of the left leg. Now, if it's too much to be on your toes of the back foot, you can spin the foot flat. I'll leave that up to you. Hands on hips, lean forward just a little here. That's it. So the torso is long, but leaning slightly forward as we put more pressure on the big left toes into the mat. There's more pressure on the ball of the left foot than on the left heel. Quadriceps engaged, it's tight. You're pressing in. We're almost there, folks. Looks good. Hold your balance. If you're losing your balance, you can take that back foot and move it off to the outside a bit. One more breath in. And recover. Step the right foot up. Nice. Oh yeah, nice warm left leg. Let's balance it out, shall we? Take the left foot back to a crescent lunge. So I'm coming onto my left toes. And you may be a little closer, your feet may be a little closer together than mine are. So play it by ear here, how you feel. Go ahead and bend the right leg a little bit here. Make sure the right knee doesn't go beyond the right ankle. If it does, scoot the foot up a little bit. Hands on hips. Now press the right foot into the mat. That's it. And you're actually pressing into the ball of the right foot. So not as much pressure in the right heel. I'm leaning the torso forward just a little here, a few degrees. Keeping my stomach in though. Core is in. Shoulders are rolled back even though I'm leaning the torso forward. I've got a lot of energy being exerted here into that right foot and subsequently into the left toes as well. I know that left leg is engaged as well as we use everything to push into the right foot. Looks good. Hang in there. A couple more breaths. We're looking good. One more breath. Nice. And recover. Woo. Step out of it. And step a little bit left and right just to work out any kinks we might have. All right. Tadasana. Mountain pose. We go into chair pose. Hey, if your balance is really good, keep the feet together. If not, take the feet apart just a little bit. Let's start our first chair pose. Just bend your knees as we sit down into that invisible chair. You're going to feel the torso come forward, so the hips go back a little. Make sure you can see your toes just beyond the knees. All right, from here, bring the torso up a little. Nice. That's it. Now, for those of you that can engage the arms, go ahead and do so. You can have the arms up, really working here. You can even bring the fingers together. Release the index fingers. Try to bring the biceps near the ears. If this isn't working for you, arms parallel to the mat, or keep your hands on your hips here. That's fine as well, as long as you're using some balance. The pressure is in the legs. Weight is in the heels. That's where I want it, okay? Everything else above the waistline is, it's good. Arms up. You can always multitask with this one. This is how we usually do it. Give me one more breath in. And with your exhale, forward fold, Reaching for the mat, lengthen the legs. Ooh, come up halfway. Give me a flat back as we help reset the lower back. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down. And inhale, reverse your swan dive, lift up. Reach up, arms come up. Keep your arms up and sit down in the chair pose. Number 2. Okay, so as we sit down into our invisible chair, I'm shifting the hips back just a bit. I can see some of my toes beyond the knees, so we're doing good there. Nice. So we don't want the torso parallel to the mat. We're trying to get the torso vertical here. We're trying to lengthen it up, but keep the hips coming back. Some of you may be seated a lot more than me, which is absolutely groovy. Keep the arms engaged. We're reaching up. Everybody inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching for the mat. Come up halfway with the breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up and extend. Exhale your arms to the sides. Pada Gustasana. So Pada Gustasana, it's a deep forward fold, peace fingers going to our big toes. If you're unable to grab your big toes, of course you can grab your ankles or shins or clasp your hands behind your legs. If you're shaky on balance, go ahead and take the feet, take them apart a little bit. Hands on hips. Inhale, lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold. Release your hands. Peace fingers to your big toes if you can. Remember your alternate postures if you can. All right, bend the knees a little bit as much as you need to. Keep the head relaxed. That's it. All right, inhale, look towards the top of the mat. Exhale, pull. Use the biceps to pull the torso down. Trying to get your head onto your legs. Lengthen the legs as much as you can. We're pulling and pull. That's it. Breath is a little restricted. Continue to pull. Pull. And pull. Keep your eyes open, please. Don't lose perspective. Pull. Last breath. And with your next inhale, release your grip. Roll up slowly. Whoa. If you're a little lightheaded, let's take a few more deep Ujjayi Pranayama breaths as we reset. Some of you may need a small back bend here. Not much, just enough to push the pelvis forward and lift the heart, and then recover. Okay, quad stretch. A nice, easy quad stretch. It is a balancing posture, and we're going to do this one for 45 seconds. So we're going to start balancing on the left leg. With your right hand, palm up. Take it to the side, and let's pick up that right foot, ankle, or shin, wherever you can. We're going to try to bring the knees together, and we're going to try to get the right heel to touch the right hip. It may not happen. I'm pretty far off here, but that's the idea. You may not make it today. That's fine. What we want is to stretch the quadricep with the right leg for this one. So no matter what, keep your torso tall. If you're unable to reach your foot, you can always use a strap or a towel. Try to keep the torso up. We're not going to come forward in dancer's pose, okay? We're not going there today. Just keep the torso tall. Keep the pressure to bring that heel a little closer to the hip. If you have a hand on a wall or a piece of furniture, that's fine. One more breath. And recover. Oh, nice. All right, let's try the other side, shall we? We're going to ground down on the right leg. Left palm is up. Take it to the side. And we're going to pick up that left foot, ankle, or shin. Go ahead and bring the knees together. Try to keep the torso nice and tall. Your left shoulder is already pulling back. The idea of bringing the heart forward and up. Nice. Yeah, I'm recorrecting my knee there. Sometimes the knee's going to stray here, and we're just going to try to keep the knees together. We're even trying to keep the knees aligned when we start our dancers pose. So keep the torso up. We're not coming forward. The right hand might be balancing on something, which is fine. We're giving you some support. We're actually balancing on that right leg, right foot. Looks good. We've hit our time. One more breath in and recover. Ooh. Step it out, please. Nice work. Getting those legs nice and toned. We're getting there. Pada Hastasana is next. So Pada Gustasana, we used our peace fingers to grab the toes. Pada Hastasana, we're going to use our whole hand and slide it underneath our feet. So let's start off with hands on hips. As before, if you've got great balance today, you can bring your feet together. If not, take your feet slightly apart. Okay, folks, inhale, lean back just a little. Exhale, forward fold, and release your hands to the mat. So I'll take my left hand and slide it under that left foot, then the right. You can get your toes to massage your wrists. You're there. All right. This is also known as gorilla pose. Not my favorite name for posture, but there you go. Heads relaxed. Knees, of course, are bent. I say, of course. Some of you may have long legs here. If you do, great. Just go where you can with this one. Inhale, exhale, and pull. Once again, trying to get the head to the shins, the forehead to the shins. Use the biceps, pull. You may not come down as far with this one as you did on the other one for fear of that forward roll. Just keep your eyes open, continue to breathe. You guys are doing good. Nice. Deep breaths. That's it. Nice deep inhalations. If you're unable to get your hands underneath your feet, then you are grabbing your ankles or shins, or a repeat of the first posture, Pada Gustasana. Last breath, and recover, and roll up slowly. So bend the knees as you need to roll up. Forgot to mention, if you get a cramp during that posture in your solar plexus, of course, you should be out of the posture. All right, small back bend. Deep breaths here. And recover. Ooh, nice. All right, some glute work, specifically glute work. So we're going to do airplane, just a variation of the airplane. We're going to balance on our left leg. Take the right foot, right leg back, so you're on your big right toes. All right, for this one, keep your torso nice and tall, arms relaxed by your side, and lift the right leg off the mat initially. So we're not leaning forward and lifting the leg. Just keep your torso up and just lift that right foot off the mat where you can. Yep, all in the right glute, right hip. It's all right there. Keep it tight, keep the foot lifted. You can bring your torso down just a couple of inches here, but I want you to concentrate on bringing that right leg up where you can. That's it. Try not to bend the leg, keep it long, but just lift. Keep the tension in the right hip. Keep your breath deep. Balancing that left leg, maybe you're holding on to something. That's fine, you're still getting 100% of this posture in. One more breath and recover. Wow. Other side. Ground down on the right foot, right leg, on my big left toes, and we lift the left foot off the mat. I'm not coming up as far with this one, but I do feel how my left hip is nice and tight here. Go ahead and bring the torso down just a little bit, then lift that leg. That's it. Keep your eyesight on something neutral in front. You don't have to look down or up, really. Let's keep it neutral and just working your balance. The right leg, the standing leg, is long. If there's a bend, it's a micro bend, not much at all, please. That's it. Okay, we're losing altitude. Lift that left leg up a little higher, please. That's it. One more breath. And recover. Wow. Wow, that was good. Now, if you're breaking a sweat, yes, got it. We're working the biggest muscles in our body right now. All right, from airplane, hero's pose, Virasana. Now, this is just not going to work for some of you. Essentially, we're going to be on our knees with our hips on our heels. That's it. We're going to sit back. This is going to play hell with some of your knees, I know. Remember, those of you with some pre-existing knee issues here, don't fight this one. Here's my awesome variation, blocks. You may just need one block to sit on. I'm using 3. I'm going to put that in position in between my feet. And I'm sitting on, oh yeah, that's the ticket. There we go. So now it's true. If I were to do this posture, say every other day and really concentrate with it, I would be down to 1 block in about 2 weeks. It takes time for your muscles and ligaments to actually extend and start working a little better for you. So the more we practice, the deeper into the postures we can go. And I should do this every other day because of my knees. I've got tight knees here, especially the ligaments around the knees. So I'm using blocks to sit on. Now, some of you may have your hips on the mat or on your heels. If you're on your heels and you're comfortable, separate the heels, take your hips to the mat. You're more than welcome to do just that. Some of you are good to lean back. Now, when I say lean back, for most of us with elevated hips, just walk your hands back. Just walk your hands back to where you can. Yeah, it's going to put a little more strain on the knees and on the quadriceps, as you already feel. This isn't going to work for you. Just keep the torso forward. Now, for those of you with hips on your heels or on the mat, yeah, go on. You can go all the way back. We were doing this type of thing in high school and elementary school. Of course, back then, we probably did not need help getting up either. So factor that in if you're going all the way back, please. Eyes are open, breath is deep. Either way, if you're lying back or just walking your hands back, we're opening up the chest with this one. Nice deep breaths. Breathing into the tight areas, in this case, our knees, secondary quadriceps, and then possibly low back for some of you. Okay, if you're all the way back, go ahead and walk your hands up, please. Everyone else, let's bring it up slowly. Wow. Oh, nice. Come on forward, please. Onto all fours and just stretch the leg out. Both legs, as a matter of fact. Whatever you need to do to stretch that leg, get the blood flowing into the legs again. Okay, coming up next is pigeon posture. Ekapada Rajagopatasana. Now, for those of you that have practiced and have the flexibility, you can start from all fours, bring that left knee to the left wrist, slide the foot out of it, because we're going to try to get that left shin parallel to the front of the mat. Extend the right leg back and bring the torso down. Now, this is not going to work for a lot of people, okay? This is pigeon pose. If this is too much, of course, you can keep your torso up or just do the variation. Come onto your back and lie down, legs a bit. Take your left foot, cross it over the right knee. This is it. You can take your left hand on the inside of that left knee and put some outward pressure on it, or thread the needle, lifting the right leg up. Remember, the higher or the closer you get that left foot to your face, you're going to feel it more so in that left hip. So be mindful here if you've got some issues with either hip. A little discomfort, but no pain. Know your range of motion, where you can go. Do not extend it. Well, don't go beyond it. If you know you've got some pre-existing issues on this one. That's it. So if you're doing the standard pigeon, hang in there, please. Your torso can be down all the way. Extend the right leg all the way back. This, what I'm doing right now, is the variation of pigeon pose. And if you're not lifting the right foot off the mat, that's fine. Keep pressure on that left knee, outward pressure, and you're going to get 100% of what we're doing. Nice. Give me 2 more breaths, please. And recover. Ooh. All right, if you're on your backs doing the variation, just switch legs. Take the right foot, cross it over the left knee, and go from here. If you're doing the standard pigeon from all fours, bring your right knee to your right wrist, and we're going to bring that right foot out. I cannot come as far with this one, but we're trying to get the right shin parallel to the front of the mat. Extend the left leg back all the way as far as you can. And then you can keep your torso up or fold your arms and rest your head on your arms. Ultimately, from the standard pigeon, we're trying to keep the shoulders and the hips square to the front of the mat. So this is another one of those awesome postures that the more we practice, the deeper we go. I'm not going to say the better we go, it's just the deeper into the posture we go. All right, so if you're on your back, so I'm doing the standard, hang in there and breathe. For this one, I'm going to keep my torso tall on this one. Yeah, I feel it in the right knee, of course, but I did in hero's pose as well. As long as I have the alignment, which I do, shoulders and hips square to the front, and we'll just breathe into this. Nice. One more breath wherever you're at. And if you're on your back, uncross your legs. Shake the legs out. If you're doing the standard posture, go ahead and sweep that right leg back, extend it, and stretch. Whatever stretch you need. To work out any kinks, get the blood flowing again. Bow pose is next, half bow pose. We're going to end up on our stomachs, please. So we're going to lie down on our mats, on our stomachs. We're going to start with the left side. So this is half bow. Now remember, with our full bow, we grab both feet and lift. Let's just do one at a time, okay? So we're going to take the right arm in front, bend the left leg, left hand, reach for the left foot, ankle, or shin. And if you cannot reach your foot, a strap or a towel. Anybody is nearby you, they can always push that foot close enough so you can grab it. Okay, here we go. Lift chin and chest. And you're using your forearm to actually help push your chin and chest up. And then with the strength of your left arm, lift the left knee off the mat. Just give me a little bit of air. Not much, just lift it where you can. So while we lift chin and chest, keep your head neutral. Don't crank your head to look up. Not necessary. That's it. One more breath. And recover. Ooh. That was a lot. Okay, switch sides, please. And yes, it's like a quad stretch all over again. My left arm is in front. My right hand is grabbing onto my right shin. I'm going a little lower down. We press chin and chest, and then lift the right knee off the mat. Now, it's not coming up much here, but I am using my left leg to press down and lift the right leg. Head is neutral. Breath is deep. Nice. One more breath. And recover. Ooh. Child's pose. Push up to all fours. Big toes together, hips to heels. And I'm going to fold my arms here. This feels really good on the lower back. Give me 3 breaths here. Okay, let's bring it up and have a seat for Pani Punasana. Pani Punasana. This is it's another variation of boat pose, but I like to use a strap for Pani Punasana. So remember boat pose, we're here, but this time with Pani Punasana, we're going to have long legs. So I'm going to take the strap around the feet and lift the legs up. The key really is the extension. So we're not bending the legs. Our legs are nice and long with this one. That's it. Legs are long. Trying to keep the torso up. So you're using your biceps, using your core. Not easy, but you guys have got this. Looks good. Nice long legs. Only one set here. Just one version of Pani Punasana. Remember, you can also always put your feet on a wall and do the same thing. So hold here and breathe. Last breath in and recover. Nice. Taking the straps off to the sides. Konasana. Konasana. So the legs, we're going to take them nice and wide. I'm going to sit on the edge of a blanket just to have a small forward pelvic tilt. So first, open up the legs as wide as you can. Feel free to flex the legs. That's it. We're timed on this one, folks. Legs extended. Go ahead and walk your hands forward. Bring in the torso a little closer to the mat. Keep the torso forward enough where you maintain that tension on the inner thighs. Feel it right there. Hang here. That's it. Stick with the breath. As we lean slightly forward. Nice. Hang right here. We're doing good. At any time, feel free to walk your hands to one leg or the other. I'll take mine to the right. And we're just going to favor one side. We'll be here for about 4 breaths. I don't care which leg you start on. We only have 2, so And from here, walk the hands to the other side. Yeah, this helps us engage the hamstrings a little deeper when we move the torso in favor of that particular leg. And don't sweat it if you can't grab the feet. You can always just grab the leg. And in this case, my left hand is on that left foot, but yeah, it's not happening with the right. If you have a strap or a towel, not a problem. Okay, looks good. Hang in there a little more. Nice work. You just concentrate on the legs and walk your hands back to the center, please. Wherever your center is, however far in front your hands are. Brilliant. Last breath in. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back, lift the torso. All right, take the hands behind the thighs, shoulders up, back and down as we lift the heart towards the ceiling. One deep inhale, exhale, and recover. All right, bring the legs in one at a time or together. Shake the legs out, please. You can even hug the legs in. So bend your legs, hug the knees into the chest. Squeeze in, nice and tight. Oh, that's wonderful. As we get the feeling back in, and from here, let's go to Sukhasana, a comfortable seated posture. So the legs can be extended, or you can fold a leg in if you like, or fold both legs in. However you are comfortable, and that's what Sukhasana actually is, comfortable seated posture. Go ahead and disengage your Ujjayi Pranayama breath at this point as we scan the body from your head to your toes to find out what's happening, but most of the work, of course, in the legs. Hey, an easy seated twist. Let's get one more here as we twist the torso. I'm going to the right. And however you're seated, just keep the torso tall. And we go to the left, or the opposite from wherever you are. Nice work. And I feel this in my lower back as well. And back to center. Good work. All right, our legs are ready. With one last deep inhalation, bring the arms up and overhead, palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down, past your third eye to your heart center. On your continuing journey, remember always to remain kind, remain gentle, and always remember to stay fearless. Thank you for a great session this afternoon. Thank you, and namaste.